Our guest, Vincent Oshoma, is stock market analyst. He joins me virtually from the broad streets, talking about stock market trading floor in Lagos. Good morning, Mr. Vincent.
Good morning.
Yeah. Tell us, we see more like the bullish run again returning to the market this week. We've seen Geregu Power Plant, we see the likes of FBN Holding, and of course, Access Corporation all doing greatly there. Tell us what is about these companies that is attracting investors at this time.
Yes, it's good to see gains in the market, even when you have slight gains, especially considering what is happening in the general economy. So it's quite motivating. We have seen some days of positive movement in the market, which is good. And I think it has to do with investors actually looking at the issues and analyzing the issues properly to know that you still have opportunities in the market despite the economic challenges that we are having. And definitely once we see a rollback in those economic challenges, definitely people that have invested in markets tend to gain more. So because whenever you have challenges, you still have to do some cherry picking, which is what a lot of investors are doing, looking at companies that have value and investing in those companies. And for those that have been able to do that, they tend to get some gains, positive returns in their investment.
Indeed, yeah. Well, it's a new day again today. Of course, the market has opened for Thursday trading. Tell us the pattern of trade as we speak.
Yes, in terms of definitely currently, in times like this, you see people going short term in some stocks, and it depends on what happens at the end of the day. So currently, we have seen some profit taking. For example, now we have stocks like First Bank, which we saw an appreciation appreciating to 3.90 naira yesterday. We are seeing some profit taking, and it's currently trading around 31 naira for cost of investor. And also other stocks that we have seen some level of slow performance in the market, but it depends. It's still quite early in the market. As we approach the midday, we may see some turnaround. For example, now yesterday, First Bank, we saw some profit taking, but before the end of the day, we saw renewed interest, which made it to even appreciate above the previous price where that. So we can see such experience in the market because it's quite still at the moment.
Okay, so we also see the all share index recording a remarkable gains yesterday. 314 billion naira were added to the market cap yesterday. Do you see, of course, the market, keep appreciating in this level?
Yes, it's not far how to expect the market to appreciate, because when you look at it, you still have some companies, especially some tier one banks, that are yet to announce their results. So a lot of persons will continue to look at those areas. We're going to see such things affecting the market. Also, coupled with the fact that we are gradually approaching the end of this month, whereby we start expecting Q3 results. So people will be looking at that, especially for companies that we expect decent performance in terms of their expected results. People will start taking position in that result, because you will also accept the fact that a lot of the companies that we currently have in the market, they are trading below their 52 weeks high and also their fundamental value. So people will be looking at them to actually position, because as we approach the end of the year, you continue to see companies post their results, going to tell you their level of performance, and definitely people will want to ride on those performance. Then also another thing we also see in terms of the economy is the fact that with the issue of Forex, it's expected that we'll continue to see more stability in the Forex market. First of all, the FGN dollar bond was a success, and we saw the market react to that. Also, the fuel supply with the Dangote refinery, we expect to see stable supply in the market, and that is expected to also affect Forex, especially the agreement in terms of the Naira sale of crude in Naira. I think that will also affect stability in that space, and that will have an impact in the market. Coupled with the fact that the US Fed has decided to cut rates, and we also still expect to see that affecting the market when we see foreign investors start looking at the Nigerian market space. So I think all those factors, people would try to put these things in and make their decision in terms of cherry picking opportunities in the market.
All right, interesting. You made mention of the some companies years to turn in their half-year report. Can you be specific and tell us the reason why this delay?
No, it mainly have to do with the banking stocks like Access Corp, UBA. They are yet to send their report. Zenith Bank sending for the major banks. Zenith Bank and GT have already released their reports. For their report, it is expected beyond the board approval, which is what happens in most companies. They also have to send it to the regulator, which is the CBN, and until it is approved by the CBN, it will not be released by the market. So they are actually behind schedule, but it has to do with CBN approval. And it's expected, based on their announcement, it's expected that before the end of this month, those reports will be ready. And I think people are looking forward to those reports, especially considering the fact that both companies, they are in the habit of declaring an interim dividend. We have seen GT and Zenith declare interim dividend, and that was 100% increase. So people are also looking at then throwing that a similar line based on their performance. I think that's what people are looking forward to.
All right, Mr. Vincent, before I let you go, we see a company like SFC, real estate investment company, leading the gainers yesterday. It gained almost 12 naira yesterday. Correct me if I'm wrong. What is really in that sector that is attracting people? It's a real estate sector, really.
For the company like SFS REITs is a real estate investment fund, and all those companies, they have a way of in terms of their revenue. FSA have been doing well, and they pay good dividend yearly. I think people are also looking at that, and also is a company that you can actually use in terms of store of value. For example, when people are looking at where they can store, invest, or to store for long term, and in terms of store of value, I think there's a company that is an investment that they will look at, because the real estate sector in Nigeria is quite huge, and there are a lot of opportunities, and there's a lot of potentials for growth in that. And that's one fund investment that actually tracks that sector. And for investment that are looking at the real estate, it's always good for them to invest in such companies.
Indeed, SFS is indeed opening way for other real estate companies to indeed list on NGS. Finally, before I let you go now, what pattern of trade should we expect at the end of business today?
Yeah, at the end of today, I expect to see though we have seen uptick in the market appreciation. I think we should still expect so, because if you look at what has happened in terms of the companies that are actually pushing the market, we have seen different companies where even when people are taking profit in some, we see new companies actually pushing performance in the market. We expect to see some actual, despite profit taking, I expect to see positive end to today.
All right, Vincent Oshoma, stock market analyst, I must thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me.